Folks, this is video number 11 in the playlist that's devoted to the 3D Experience CATIA generative shape design application. In this tutorial, or in this video, I will be discussing the Extremum icon that you can find in generative shape design. So if you look at the menu at the bottom of the screen, you look like something like that. And if you select the wireframe tab and click on the Extremum, this dialog box opens up. And notice that it says this is used to find the basically maximum or minimum on a curve, a surface, or a path. So I will be discussing these individually, but in a relatively condensed form. So let's go out here, and we're gonna go to generative shape design. And first, I'm gonna draw a curve. This can be a planar curve, or it can be a three-dimensional curve. I'll do a planar one. So on this plane, I will draw something, let's say a spline-like thing. On purpose, I'm going to go to something that's at the same level as this. All right, now we exit. Here's the wireframe tab, and this is the Extremum icon. Click on it, and it's saying what is the element. In this case, it's a curve that I have, so I select the curve. Okay, and then it says in what direction. Notice that there are two things here. Left one is the maximum, right one is the minimum. So suppose that I ask for the maximum in the direction 1, and direction 1 in this case, of course, is the x is the y direction. Sorry, is the direction. I'll do direction z first, direction 3. So I put the cursor here and select Z, maximum in the direction Z of this curve. Notice that what happens, this point is created, which actually it is right here. You can see that this point is created. These are not coordinates, incidentally, but this point is the maximum height, maximum Z for that curve. Okay, let me change this. Let me make this thing direction, for example, y. Notice that the maximum in direction y is this point. Y is going to the right, and this is the maximum. If you go to the minimum in the direction y, you click on this, you click on that. Notice that the point that's created is over there. Okay? Right there. Now, obviously, if you do direction x, you don't get an answer because these are all having the same x. Notice that if I say OK, basically it doesn't give you a point. Okay, all right. So I did it for a curve. This can go for. I'm gonna delete that sketch. First of all, let's delete all these. I'm gonna delete that sketch. Okay. Now we go to the, again, same vertical plane, and I'm going to draw, say, half a circle. Half a circle, like so. Exit. Excuse me. And then I will create a surface by extruding that. Let me do it symmetrically, maybe 50, 60 in each direction. And there we are. And this is my sketch that I can actually hide. Okay. So I have a surface here. We go to the wireframe, click on the Extremum, and I select the surface. I say in the let's say in the y direction. This is the y direction. Okay, so maximum in the y direction, And then we say, okay. Now look what happened. When I put the cursor on the extremum that it found, it says that all those points have that maximum thingy, maximum distance in the y direction. So if you click on it, now you go to minimum and say okay. Now notice that it's the left side. Okay. Now here's the second direction coming to the picture. So we found the minimum in y. Let's find the in the z direction, in the x direction, let's say this is the maximum, right? Maximum in the z direction. And then we say okay. So notice that it gives me this value. So let's see what it was. It was the minimum in y, which gave me that line. And then there was a second direction, I said maximum in x, and obviously it's this one. Okay. Now you can select something here, but it may not be doing you any good. For example, say in the z direction, let's say minimum. But that's not going to be very helpful because that point is already at the minimum location. Okay. Good. So notice that for the surface, I ended up using two directions in this particular problem. Okay, let's get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, delete that sketch. Now I go to the XY plane and I will sketch. Okay, let's go ahead and do a rectangle. I'm picking simple objects so that we can see what's going on. And then we create a volume by padding it. So you go volume by padding it. Okay, that's good. Now, so this is our volume. We go to wireframe, click on the extremum, and select the only thing that you can pick is the volume. You can see that. Actually, what did I select? Yeah, I select the volume. Now, this is the maximum. Let's say in the x direction. Notice that surface. It gave me that surface. So all those points on that surface have the maximum x value. Now, if I say, what about the z value? Let's say minimum z. This is minimum z. And then we say, okay, let's see what happened. Notice that it gave me the bottom edge of that face that it created. If you click on it, suppose you want to find the maximum y. So there is the y, and this is the maximum. Notice it give me this one. It is kind of puzzling if you are seeing this thing for the first time, because the thing is that you have three direction. The question is, why do you need three direction? Well, you don't need to use all of them depending on what you're trying to do. All right, folks, so that takes care of this extremum icon. It is kind of confusing, but it makes sense, I hope.